Hi friends, welcome to our channel Selenium Tech Automation. Today I am going to discuss about the concepts called how to automate drop-down list, how to automate radio button, and the final one is how to automate checkbox. Before going to start this video, please drop a like for this video and please subscribe to our channel Selenium Tech Automation so that you will never miss out any videos from our channel, that is from both manual testing and automation testing. Let's get started with our video. As I told, the first concept is automating drop-down list. Okay, automating drop down list. So what is a drop down here? Drop down is also a web element where we can have number of options present inside the drop down, and drop down we can represent with the help of tag name called select, okay, which is used to create a drop down list web element. The first point is how we can create a drop down with the help of tag name, that is called select. Select is a tag name used to create drop down list element, and option is a tag name used to define elements present in a drop down list. Okay, what is a drop down? What is a drop down? Drop down is also a web element. Okay, drop down is also a web element. Drop down is also a web element. By using of select class we can represent drop down list. Okay, drop down list. By using of select class we can represent drop down list. And also how we can create a drop down? How we can create a drop down? With the help of select tag name we can create drop down. Okay, with the help of select tag name we can create drop down. And what does it drop down containing? There was many options present inside drop down web element. Okay, there was many options present inside this drop down list web element. Okay, web element. I will show you with example also. First let me complete with this description part so that I will move and I will show the where exactly we can find a drop down and what exactly the drop down list will contain. I will explain you in further in this video. Okay, there was many options present inside this drop down list web element. Okay, so to represent these options, to represent options present inside drop down, to represent options present inside drop down we can use, okay, we can use options tag name, options tag name, correct only, options tag name. With the help of options tag name, we can represent the options present inside the drop down. Okay, we can represent the options present inside the drop down. Okay, the next line is Selenium WebDriver provided select class. Selenium WebDriver provided select class. Select class provided a set of predefined methods like select by index, select by value, and select by visible text. Okay, Selenium WebDriver provided select class. Okay, with this select class, we can select, with this select class we can create a drop down. Okay, with this select class we can automate a drop down list. Okay, we can automate drop down. And this select class provided many predefined methods like select by visible text. Okay, select by visible text, select by index, and the last one is select by what is the last one? Select by value. Okay, these are all the three predefined methods which are provided by select class. Select class is provided by Selenium WebDriver to automate drop down list. Okay, Okay, so here what is a drop down? Drop down is also a web element. By using of select, we can represent the drop down list. By using of select tag name, we can represent drop down list. How we can create a drop down? With the help of select tag name, we can create drop down. There was many options present inside this drop down list web element. To represent all these options present inside the drop down, we can use options tag name. We can use options tag name, and Selenium WebDriver provided one class that is called select class. Select class, we can, with the help of select class, we can automate drop down however we want, and we can perform many operations on this particular drop down web element. And the select class provided many predefined methods like select by visible text, select by index, select by visible text, select by index, and select by value. Okay, so what are all the operations we can perform on? What are all the operations we can perform on? We can perform on drop down. What are all the operations we can perform on drop down? We can perform selecting an item from drop down. We can perform selecting an item from drop down, and also we can count number of items present in drop down. We can count number of items present in drop down, and also we can check the specified element is displayed or not in the list of values. Okay, we can check for the specified element is displayed or not in the list of values. Okay, and also we can check the elements that are present in order or not. Okay, what are all the operations we can perform on the drop down? We can perform selecting an item from drop down, and the second one is we can count number of items present inside the drop down, and also we can check the specified element is displayed or not in the list of options or values, and the last one is we can check the elements that are present in an order or not. Okay, we can check the elements that are present in an order or not. Okay, to automate the above operation, at first we have to create the select class object for the drop down list element. Okay, to automate the above operations, at first what we need to create? At first we have to create a class called select class. We have to create a class called select class for the drop down list elements. Okay, to perform the above operations, first we have to create a class called select class for the drop down list web elements. We can automate our drop down list web element. Here you can see, let me take one example for this one. I will show you by going through one web application that is called this URL. Okay, let me open this URL. Which is already opened. Okay, it is already opened. See, here you can see these are all the, here you can see we can have a drop down list web element here. Okay, here you can see this is a web element where it is having select class. So let me inspect this one. For that, what you need to do? Press F12. Okay, press F12. Once if you press F12, you can able to get that console part. From here we can find that HTML code for this particular web element. Okay, here you can see this is a drop down. For a drop down, what I told here, drop down which is having a select class or a select tag name, that is called a drop down. Okay, that is called drop down. Here you can see it is having select class. Okay, this is a drop down. Likewise, if any drop down, if it is having select class, that is called a drop down. I mean, it is having a tag name called select, that is a drop down. Okay, any drop down, if suppose if a web element looks like a drop down, means before how we can confirm, if it is having select class, then I mean if it is having select tag name, then that is called a drop down list web element. Okay, here you can see, as I told, what all are the operations we can perform. What are all the operations we can perform on the drop down? We can perform selecting an item from the drop down. We can able to select here. For example, I can select Selenium. For example, I can select QTP. For example, I can select manual testing, automation testing, and performance testing. Okay, these are all the, this is the operations, means where we can select an option from that particular drop down. And the second one is, we can count number of items present inside this drop down. We can count number of items. These are 5 items present in this drop down. We can count all these items present inside this drop down. And the third one is, we can check the specified element is displayed or not in the list of options. We can check for whether it is displayed or not inside this drop down. Okay, and the last one is, we can check the elements that are present in order or not. We can check all the elements present in a sequential order or not. Okay, these are all the operations we are going to perform on this particular drop down. For that, what I need to do, we have to create a class for that one before going to start scripting for to automate all those operations. For that, let me create one class that is called, for that let me create a class that is called drop down automate. Okay, class called drop down automate. Let me create one method here which is surrounded with @test annotation. Sorry, @test annotation, caps lock already. Okay, @test annotation. So after creating this @annotation test, I am going to create one method that is called public void automate drop down list. Okay, automate drop down list. Okay, automate drop down list. So after creating this one, where you need to find your driver, we have to pass that line that is called system.properties. What this line will do, where exactly your system.set property of, what is the key value here, key and value, what is the key, WebDriver dot edge dot driver. Okay, and the value is where exactly your driver got located. The value is where exactly your driver got located. In my case, my driver got located in d:\ms edge driver dot exe. Okay, this is my driver path where exactly it is located. Once that is done, you have to initialize your WebDriver interface. WebDriver driver equals to new Firefox driver, new edge driver, right? I am using new edge driver. Okay, so once if you initialized this WebDriver, so what you need to do, you have to get that URL with the help of driver.get method. Driver.get method. What is our URL here? What is our URL? This is our URL. Driver.get URL. Okay, so once if it got launched, what I need to do here, so I have to open this URL. Okay, open this URL. So then I have to perform that operation on this particular web element, that is drop down. Okay, I want to select an option from this web element. I am going to select Selenium or QTP or manual. It is up to your wish. I am going to select the Selenium. I am going to select the option called Selenium. For that, what we need, we have to create a select class. What does it select class will do? The select class will create drop down list. The select class will create one drop down list for you, that is select list equals to select list equals to new select of web element. Okay, this is our web element for now. So now what I need to do, I have to inspect this web element. Okay, I have to inspect this web element. For that, press F12, open this, and let me inspect this web element. Okay, let me inspect this web element. So Control F, select is a tag name, select what is the XPath here, at the rate name equals to drop down. Okay, at the rate name equals to drop down. Okay, this is our XPath for this particular drop down web element. Okay, driver dot find element, sorry, I can install with the help of web element itself. Okay, web element is also an interface. Web element element I am taking. Okay, so now new select of, okay, for element I am using this XPath element equals to driver dot find element by dot XPath of, what is our XPath we copied over there, this is our XPath. Okay, so now you took this XPath, okay, element equals to driver dot find element by dot XPath of that one drop down. Okay, so now what we need to do, select list equals to, we created the drop down list web element here, and we are creating, okay, select list of web element. Okay, by using of select class we are creating a select class of object for that particular web element. Okay, now it got created. Then what we need to do, so here I will go with select by index and select by value and select by visible text. We have three methods. First I will go with select by text. Okay, select by text I am going to use, sorry, I am going to use select by visible text. Okay, so for that reason let me wait for some time here. Thread dot sleep of how many seconds, 3 seconds I am mentioning, 3000 milliseconds. So after that we have to install the throw declaration. Okay, so later, so now with the reference of list dot select by index, first I will go with select by index. So how many we have here? Index will start from 0 1 2 3 4 5. So let me take the last index value, that is 5. Select by index 5. Okay, so once it is done, after that what I'm going to do, system.out.println value got selected with the help of index value, this is our first operation on our drop down list web element. Okay, let me execute this one. Let me copy this class name and I'm going to execute this with the help of testng.xml file. We'll see how it will execute now. Okay, this is our class name. Let me update this one more time. Maven update project, force update, click on OK. Okay, so it got updated. Let me refresh it one more time so that, okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select an option from that based upon the index value what I passed here. Okay, run as Maven test. We'll see. Okay, error, what error? Compilation error, build failure. Why build failure? Let me update it again. Maven update project, force update, click on OK. Okay, it's done. And now run as event test. Okay, now you can see it is launching WebDriver, that is Edge driver. So once it got launched, it will go to that URL, that is what I used in my Eclipse. So now you can see here it is opening softwaretestingmaterial.com. so then what it will do, it will select, okay, performance testing. Here it got selected. Okay, so the next I am going to show you with the help of select by visible text. Okay, what is select by visible text here, which will select the options present inside that drop down list with the help of visible text. Okay, if you see here, we can find all these options present inside the drop down in HTML code. So here I am going to select an option with the help of select by visible text with the help of the method called select by visible text. For that I am doing the same. First I am selecting manual testing and printing that value, and now I am going to select list dot select by visible text. Select by visible text. Okay, what is that visible text? We have Selenium. Okay, we have Selenium. So now here also I am going to use thread dot sleep. Okay, thread dot sleep. Thread dot sleep. Why I am using means, at least you will got to know whether that code is working or not properly, so that you can able to see the what it is selecting exactly from the drop down. Okay, the first time I am selecting the index value at 3, and the next time I am selecting with the visible text, select by visible text, and the contains Selenium text. Okay, so after that what I am going to select by value. Okay, select by value. So here select by value I am going to select, okay, 1 thread dot sleep of 3 seconds list dot select by value. Select by value. Okay, select by value. Select by value is, what is select by value here? Okay, for now what I will do, I will mention some string part here. What it is doing, select all options that have a value matching the argument. That is, when given FOO, this would select an option like option value equals to FOO bar option. Okay, value to match against. If no matching elements are found, it will give you no such element exception. Option value, what we are having option here, option value equals to, I am going to select with the value that is ddqtp. Okay, I am going to select a value with the help of this string ddqtp. What it will do, it will select qtp from the particular drop down list. Thread dot sleep. Okay, 3 seconds I am using. Okay, this part is done. Okay, let me execute and we'll see. We are using all these 3 methods at a time. First one is selecting that option with the help of select by index value, and the second one is select that option with the help of select by visible text, and the third one is select that option with the help of select by value. Okay, so now let me execute this code, run as Maven test. Okay, run as Maven test. Okay, browser got launched and it is opening that URL. After opening that URL, it will maximize your browser. So once it got maximized, it will select first the performance testing here, manual testing. I changed that index value. So then what it will do, now it got select by visible text and QTP, select by value. See, all these 3 methods we can perform at a time on the particular drop down web element. This is how we can perform operations like select a value from drop down with the help of 3 methods like select by visible text, select by index value, select by index, and select by value. Okay, these 3 methods we can performed on our required drop down web element. Okay, this is how we can perform. I mean, we can select an option from that particular drop down. So this is an example for that one. So let how to select multiple values from a drop down list. Okay, how to select multiple values from a drop down list with an example of one small piece of code. So let me create drop down. I will okay, so let me how to select multiple values from drop down. How to select multiple values from a drop down list. Okay, this is our main agenda now. So for this one, so there is a drop down we are going to create. So with the help of how to select multiple values from a drop down list, right? So let me create our own select drop down, create our own drop down. id equals to multiple cars. Okay, multiple cars, then option value equals to v Audi car. Okay, this one. Next car is option value equals to b. Okay, the car name is BMW. Option. Likewise, we can have multiple cars here: Audi car, BMW car, and Mercedes car, and Volvo. Okay, and I will change it to Mercedes Benz, and I am going to change it to Volvo. I am taking A. Okay, sorry, Volvo, and this is for Mercedes. Okay, Mercedes Benz. So then we need to close this select tag here. Okay, this is how we can close, and you have to save this one, save as. So where I'm going to save this one, I'm going to save it in some D drive. Okay, I'm going to save this one in D drive, like car list.html. okay, inside D drive I am storing it in car list.html file. Okay, so now I am going to select multiple values from the drop down. So let me open that one. So where we stored that list.html, open with, you can see here let me open. It will open with our browser.html. see, you can see there are Audi, BMW, Mercedes, and Volvo. This is how we can create one HTML drop down web element. Okay, so now I am going to select multiple values from that drop down list what we created just now. So for that, so what I need to write here, I am creating one more class for that one, new class called as multiple values. What is that class name called? Multiple values. Okay, at the rate test, sorry, multiple values at the rate test public void multiple car. This is a method name. So here the same way, okay, here in the same way what we need to do, here we have to create system dot set property of WebDriver dot edge dot driver. Okay, now here d drive ms edge driver dot exe. Okay, ms edge driver dot exe. So once it is done, so what we need to do, we have to initialize that WebDriver interface WebDriver driver equals to new edge driver. Once it is done, I need to get that driver dot get URL is where exactly our file is located. File, we'll see. Okay, file, d colon car list dot html. I don't know it will open or not, but we'll try. If not, we can find in some different way. Select class is used to create a drop down. Select class, select car list equals to new select of driver dot find element by dot id of car, right? Car. If you inspect this one, sorry, not this one, let me close the remaining. Okay, so you can just open this one, you can start inspecting this one. Okay, press F12, open DevTools. HTML body id equals to car. Okay, id equals to car. Okay, no problem. Id equals to car. Okay, that's fine. Id equals to car. So after this one, c list dot select by car list dot select by index, that is starting with 0. After that, what I am doing is car list dot select by visible text, what we mentioned here, held by visible text. What is that? Volvo. Okay, capital VOO. Okay, Volvo. So this part is done. Now let me execute this one. We'll see multiple values I am taking. Go to your testengine.xml file, change this to the class name multiple values. Okay, let me paste this one, save, update your project once, Maven update project, conforce update of snapshots, and finally run as Maven test. We'll see whether it will recognize the path of this one or not. We'll see. Okay, path is not able to find. Okay, again one more time we'll do. Refresh Maven, update the project. Okay, click on OK. So now go to your project, run as Maven test. So now it is launching, started successfully. Here you can see it got selected two values here. The first one is starting with 0 index value and the second one is starting with select by visible text. Okay, this is how we can select multiple values on a drop down list. Okay, this is how we can select. So now I am going to select BMW, that is starting with index value 1. Okay, let me save this one. So let me execute it one more time and we'll see the result whether it is selecting. Okay, now we are selecting Volvo, right? Now I am going to select Mercedes, that is correct, right? Mercedes. Okay, that is fine. So now I am going to select two different values from a same drop down list. How we can select? Run as Maven test. Okay, this time it will select BMW and Mercedes. We'll see. Okay, see, BMW and Mercedes, it got selected. If I want to select all the values, what I will do, I mean select by index value, select by visible text, and if I want to select with the value, I have to use get option value here. Okay, select by value I have to use. Okay, this is how. If you see here, value equals to M, value equals to V I will go with. Okay, we are selecting Audi, BMW, select by visible text. First one is select by index value 0, select by visible text is this one, select by value is this one, M I will give you as value. Okay, car list dot select by value, that is M. Okay, that is M. Select by visible text, I am going to change it to Volvo. Okay, and select by index I am going to change with okay. So now what I am doing here, first one is I want to select by index value, that is BMW, and then I am going to select by visible text Volvo, and then it will select Mercedes. Okay, so here I can use thread dot sleep for your reference. Thread dot sleep of how many seconds? 5 seconds. Okay, let me add some throws for this one. So once it is done, after selecting that one, after selecting this one, okay, we'll see. First it will select BMW, so later it will select Volvo, at last it will select with the value Mercedes. Okay, let me execute it again. Run as Maven test. First we'll select Audi, then Volvo, then Mercedes, right? First it is selecting BMW, next it is selecting Volvo, next it is selecting Mercedes. All are passed now. First it is selecting BMW, Volvo and Mercedes. Okay, this is how we can select multiple options from a particular drop down list web element. Okay, okay, this is how we can automate drop down list by selecting multiple web elements, I mean multiple options present inside the drop down list. So now I am going to tell you about how to automate checkbox, how to automate a checkbox with the help of Selenium. With the help of Selenium, how we can automate a checkbox. Here you can see, we have checkbox here. There are 3 checkboxes here. Okay, I want to select all the checkboxes at a time. I want to unselect a checkbox which is already select. I want to deselect all the checkboxes at a time. So how we can automate? I am going to tell you. Before starting that one, before going to start, So let me open the same what we have here. Okay, let me close. Okay, where we left previously. Okay, so now our concept is how to automate checkbox. You can see here how to automate checkbox. Okay, so now the second concept is how to automate a checkbox. Okay, so like the same for drop down, select is a tag name. Okay, with the help of select tag name we can able to click on that particular drop down list, or we can able to select any value from the drop down list, or else we can able to select all the web elements or all the options present inside the drop down. So now in the same way we are also having here, also we have one tag name called input, that is also a HTML tag name used to define checkbox elements in web pages. Okay, used to define checkbox elements in web pages. Input to automate checkbox, input is the tag name. Input is the HTML tag name. Input is the HTML tag name used to define checkbox elements in the web page, where in the web page input we can use to define the checkbox elements in the web page. Okay, so what are all the operations we can perform on a checkbox? We can perform operations on the checkbox. What are all the operations? We can select a checkbox. Okay, we can select a checkbox. We can deselect a checkbox, and also we can select a checkbox which is already selected or not selected. Okay, these are all the operations we can able to automate on checkbox. What are all the operations? We can able to select a checkbox, we can able to deselect a checkbox, we can select a checkbox which is selected or not already. You can see here we can able to select a checkbox, we can able to unselect a checkbox. Okay, for example, once if you open this web page, if it is already selected the checkbox, we can able to deselect this checkbox which is already selected also. Okay, these are all the operations we can able to perform on a particular checkbox. So for that Selenium providing selected method selected method that returns true if the checkbox is already, otherwise it will returns false. Okay, Selenium WebDriver providing is selected. Selenium WebDriver providing Selenium WebDriver provided is selected method Selenium WebDriver provided is selected method that returns what it will return, that returns true if the checkbox is already selected, otherwise it will returns false. Okay, so our first example is the same way how we used for our drop down list. I am taking the same website here also. For that one, let me create one separate class, new class, that is called checkbox. Okay, that is called checkbox. Let me copy the same code what we have here. Okay, up to this line I am using same way. Okay, so but here we have to inspect this particular checkbox. Let me open F12, open dev tools. So now you can see here Now you can see I want to inspect this particular checkbox here. You can see here, as I told, input is a tag name. Okay, input is a tag name to define checkbox elements in a web pages. Okay, input is a tag name to define checkbox web element in a web page. Okay, what are all the operations we can perform? We can able to select a checkbox which is not selected. We can able to select which is already selected also. Which is already selected means you are going to unselect the checkbox. Okay, and also we can select all the three web elements, all the three checkboxes at a time. Okay, for that, okay, input CB Selenium, CB QTP and CB load runner. Okay, okay, let me go to this the same by dot XPath of, let me inspect this web element, that is Selenium. Okay, it is Selenium. Control F. Let me take this value for now. Okay, tag name is input at the rate value equals to this one. Okay, if you can see here, it is highlighting only one web element, that is starting with Selenium. Okay, let me copy this XPath and we can use inside our this one driver.find element bio.xpath of, here I can paste that one. See, and also how we can select, by using a flick operation we can able to select that particular web element. You can see here, if I click on this checkbox, how you are clicking, by using of click method we can able to select a checkbox or unselect a checkbox from that web page or from that web element. Okay, with the help of click method we can click on that checkbox. So once it is done, maximized, now I am going to driver.find element 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 dot click. I want to select a checkbox which is not selected yet. I want to select a checkbox. Okay, so now let me remove these lines. So I don't want to do a quit operation here. Let me wait for some time, thread dot sleep of 5 seconds, thread dot sleep of 5 seconds. Okay, so now this is our class name, that is called checkbox. So let me go to remove all these import statements which we are not using now. So this part is done. Once it is done, let me take this class and go to the .xml file. You can remove all these. Okay, we can enter the class name here. So now what we are doing, we are opening that softwaretestingmaterial.com and we are going to select that Selenium checkbox. Okay, let me update our project, we'll see. Okay, now right click on your project, run as Maven test. We'll see. First time it is not working, second time only it is working. Checkbox. Okay, so let me refresh it again. Refresh. Let me run as Maven update project, force update of snapshots or releases. Click on OK. Updated, done. Run as Maven test. Okay, now it started running. What it will do, it will launch the browser and it will go to that URL. From there it is selecting that checkbox. Which method you can use for selecting a checkbox? We can use click method to select a checkbox or to deselect a checkbox. Okay, now you can see here checkbox, this one. See, now it got clicked here. It is clicking the Selenium checkbox. Okay, this is how we can perform selecting operation on a checkbox. Okay, that is fine. So now, as I told, we can, so now I am going to explain how we can know about that particular checkbox is selected or not. Okay, for this, which method we can use to know that checkbox is already selected or not. For that, as I told, we already have one is selected method. I am going to use that is selected method. Here you can see without any failures it clicked on this checkbox selenium. So now I am going to show you how we can know that checkbox is selected or not. So for that I am using the same site. Okay, dot click we are using. Okay, dot click up to here, that is fine. If element dot click, okay, sorry, if element dot click is there, if element dot click dot is selected, sorry, let me okay, I'm not going to use this line. Okay, up to here I am going to take driver dot find element by dot xpath of this one. If driver dot find element, okay, sorry, let me get back all these things. Okay, here up to this is fine. So now what I am telling, I am going to check whether that checkbox is selected or not. See, you can see here we are clicking on this particular web element. Now I am going to check if element dot is selected, if dot element is selected, what it will return? It will return you SYSO statement, checkbox is, okay, checkbox is selected. Okay, then else SYSO of checkbox is not selected. Okay, checkbox is not selected. Okay, what I am going to do, so first I am going to this web element and I am checking the checkbox with the help of click operation. So once it is done, I am going to validate whether that web element is selected or not. Okay, here it is showing it is selected when once if we click, but we don't know whether it is clicking or not. But for that reason we have to validate that element is selected or not. For that reason we have a method called is selected. It is a boolean. If it is already selected after the clicking operation, it will return you true, otherwise it will return you false, which means the system is not selected, the checkbox is not selected. Then let me go to this one, run as Maven test. Okay, now it is launching our URL and browser and URL. Okay, now it is going to maximize. After maximizing, you can see here it is going to click on that particular web element selected. Now it is coming to this line, it will come to this line. Okay, now it will come to this line, it will print you the checkbox is selected, it will print you the checkbox is selected. Okay, you can see here checkbox is selected, you can see here the checkbox is selected. Okay, this is how we can perform click operation on the checkbox to check the checkbox, and also we can able to know that whether that element is checked or not with the help of isSelected method. Okay, now if I am not using this line, we can see what we will get, else block we will get. Okay, if I am not clicking on this one, checkbox is not selected, you will get. Okay, we will see whether we will get it or not. Run as Maven test. Okay, now what our script will do, we are not clicking on that particular web element, you will get definitely the else block is going to execute saying that it is not selected. Okay, we are checking for the status also whether it is selected or not. Okay, still loading. Okay, now see, you can see here it is not selected, it got completed. See, as I told, checkbox is not selected, it is telling. Okay, because we did not click on that one, we can able to get the status also for that checkbox whether it is selected or not. If you selected, then you want to know the status whether it is selected or not. For that reason we are using is selected. If you are not selecting also, you need to know the status whether it is selected or not. Okay, this is how we can perform automation on checkbox also. So now the last one is automating radio buttons. I will take the same site for your reference. Okay, I will give you that URL also. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, now I'm going to explain about how to automate radio buttons. How to automate radio buttons in Selenium automation. Okay, how to automate radio buttons in Selenium automation. This is also the same way how we did for checkbox. In the same way we can able to automate for radio buttons also. For that you can see here, let me close this HTML window. You can see here we have 3 radio buttons where we can able to click on each web element on each radio button, and also we can able to deselect. No, it is not deselecting, it only selecting only. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, let me inspect this radio button. Fn open web dev tools. For this one also input is the tag name. Okay, only for drop down list it is different, and for radio button and checkbox input is a tag name for selecting the checkbox as well as radio buttons. You can see here value radio QTP Selenium Roadrunner. Okay, these are all the 3 radio buttons we have currently. So let me select any one of the radio button with the help of Selenium automation. The same I am taking here, input @value equals to radio Selenium. Okay, simple code radio Selenium. Okay, radio Selenium. Okay, I'm not using it now. Radio Selenium. I'm going to click on any one of the radio that is called Selenium radio button. I'm going to click. So let me execute this code. We'll see whether it is clicking on that radio button or not. So this is how it is also similar to checkbox web element only. Okay, and for radio button also input is a tag name, and for radio button also we can able to perform click operation only to enable that radio button, and also we can able to read all the radio buttons present inside that web page, and also we can check for that particular radio button whether it is available or not. You can see here it is now, it went and it clicked on that Selenium radio button. So in the same way we can able to click on all our radio buttons. Okay, click on all our radio buttons, that is in the same way. So now same Okay, likewise we have three buttons there: radio Selenium, radio QTP, radio load runner. Okay, the same way radio Selenium, radio QTP and the radio load runner, radio load runner. Okay, these are all the three radio buttons we have currently. So now go to your .xml file, click on run. Oh, sorry. Okay, we'll see whether it is taking or not the testng.xml file. Okay, it is starting, and once it got started, okay, now you can see here, where are these three radio buttons? Now you can see here it is not clicking. Failures. Why? What happened? Still it's running. What happened? No, number of items drop down list. No, no, no. No, no, no. I want that one, not this one. I want checkbox class. Okay. So let me run as event test. Okay. Now you can see it is launching the browser. Now it is open that URL. Now it will maximize. Now it is going to click on each and every radio button available here. Okay, what error, bro? Where you changed checkbox only we are doing. Web element equals to driver dot find element by dot click element dot click. What error it is giving? Number of items drop down list, element not click intercepted. Number of items drop down list. Okay, what error it is? Element click intercepted. Input name type equals to radio Selenium is not clickable at point. Okay, other element would receive the click. Okay, so now element dot click. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here, web element ele. Okay, web element eme. Okay, web element ele. Okay, we'll try with different web element object reference. It's not going to work. ele, and for the last one is web element ele dot click. Okay, elements web element dot click. Okay, web elements web element elements elements web elements. Okay, elements elements. Okay, elements dot click. Okay, so now let me change this one. Checkbox automating. Okay, so now we are going to click on each and every radio button present inside our class, run as Maven test. We'll see if it is not working. We'll see the alternative solution for this one. Get started launching the browser. Now it is opened the URL what we mentioned, that is software testing material. So once it got launched the URL, it will maximize the window. It is maximized the window. Now you can see here Selenium done. The next one is QTP is done. The third one is load run also done. Okay, this is how we can perform automation different operations on radio button, like clicking on that radio button. If you want to know whether that radio button is selected or not, you can use eSelected method. At the same time, you can select n number of radio buttons at a time. Okay, so now I am going to capture all the radio buttons, how many we have inside this UI. Okay, so now I am going to show you how many radio buttons you can have. I am going to capture all those. Type equals to radio with the help of tag name type equals to radio. Okay, so now let me quickly create for that one. So here also we need to use list of web elements here. For that reason I am going to create a list web element list equals to list web element list equals to driver dot find elements by dot xpath of the same. What is that xpath? Sorry, what is the xpath for this one? Xpath for this one is type equals to radio. Okay, input type equals to radio. Okay, input at the rate type equals to type equals to radio. Okay, type equals to radio. This is the xpath for that one. Input type equals to radio. Input at the rate type equals to radio. Okay, once if we take all the web elements, so now I am going to print the size. So as of list dot size. Okay, list dot size. So once it is done, I'm going to use for loop for int I equals to 0, I less than list dot size, I plus plus. What is that? I plus plus. Okay, I'm going to iterate until the last radio button. Now string radio text equals to list dot get of I value dot get attribute. I want to use the help of value. Okay, with the help of value. Okay, help of value. So now I'm going to print this of radio text. Okay, radio text. Radio text will be what happened? Radio text will be okay. Now it's clear, right? So now let me run this program. What it will return? It will return you how many number of radio buttons are present with the tag name of radio. Okay, it is done. Let me quickly run this program. We'll see. Run as event test. Okay, so this is how we can automate drop down list, radio button, and the last one is checkbox. So now it is opening the browser and it launching the URL softwaretestingmaterial.com. So after launching this browser, it will take all the radio buttons which is the value tag name starting with radio. So it got completed, build got success. See, you can see here radio Selenium, radio QTP and radio load runner. If you can go to here, radio QTP, radio load runner, and also you are getting along with these remaining, you are getting the remaining also, what are all the radio buttons available, you are getting all also at the same time. So hope you people like this video. Please thoroughly follow our channel to get more videos from automation testing. So, and also if you like this video, please share to everyone so that they will also get information about how to handle drop down list web element, and also how to automate checkbox web element, and also how to automate radio button, and what are all the operations we can perform on all these three web elements, and also how we can capture all the web elements present inside the web page. So hope you people enjoyed this video. Please like this video if you like this video, and also share this video so that everyone will know about this one. In further videos, in upcoming videos, I will come up with some new topics which will helps you from automation testing perspective as well as manual testing perspective. Thanks for your support. Thank you once again. Bye bye. Take care.